Hey guys, color, a very important element in our lives. It can make something look very childish and friendly, or it can make something looks very scary. I have no idea how do they show that to kids, but subscribe if you believe Teletubbies are super scary in black and white. Colors play a very important role on how we feel towards the things that we see. The slightest change in color can make or break your game. For example, a very bright saturated green will give you the impression of life and health and well-being, while if you shift it just a little bit towards the yellow and take some of its saturation, it will immediately feel deadly and toxic. A highly saturated look can make your work look a little bit cheap, while if you make it a little bit desaturated, it can give a complete different impression of mysteriousness or the moody cinematic look. Okay, time to break up exactly what color is. Let's start by playing a game. I'm gonna ask you a question and you have only 2 seconds to reply it. Don't think too much of it, just reply immediately the first thing that comes into your head. So are you ready? The question is, name a color. Red. I know you chose red, don't lie to me. And if for any reason you chose green, it's probably because the beginning of the video showed you some green, so I was able to somehow enter your subconscious mind and feed green into it. And if you chose purple, you probably have some big mental issues, because who in the world would choose purple as the first color that comes in their head? If you chose pink, then maybe you're a girl, I don't know, maybe you can tell me down below. But the sad part is that there is no girls on this channel. That's what my statistics show. Maybe I should consider doing a makeup channel, maybe. Just imagine like the makeup hustler. You know how cool that will be? Anyways, whatever color you choose, write it down in the comments, and no lying, I'm watching you. Okay, so now let's move to the explanation. I'm gonna start with the color red. In order to achieve pure red, we have to mix 2 things together. The first is 50% gray, and I'm gonna tell you why later it must be 50% gray, and then I'm gonna take the hue of the red and mix it together so that we have pure red color. Now we can take this red color and we can break it down into 3 main categories: the hue, the saturation, and the brightness or lightness or luminosity or values. I don't know why the world would never agree into choosing one word to explain it, but for this tutorial I'm gonna stick with luminosity. So the first one, which is the hue, it's basically the colors in the rainbow. It can be summed up into the word rouge biv. So if we take the red hue, we can move it all along the scale of the rouge biv. For example, we can take the red, we can hold the scale, and then we can move it all the way towards the violet, or we can move it from red all the way towards orange, yellow, and green. We can do the same to anything in our photo. Like, look at my face now. Wow, I'm the Hulk. Okay, back to normal human being. Now let's discuss our second slider, which is the saturation. Saturation is basically how rich or vibrant or I was just about to say how saturated your color is. So saturation is basically how saturated your color is, if that makes sense. Maybe, I don't know. So if you decrease the saturation all the way from 100 to 0, this is what you get, a complete black and white color. And if you move it back all the way to 100, this is what you get, a highly fully saturated tomato looking color. The last thing is the luminosity, which is basically how bright or dark your color is. Remember the 50% gray we talked about? This is the luminosity, and then the color is then added to it. So if I pick something behind of me, like that blue behind of me, and then I take the luminosity slider and I increase it, this is what I'm gonna get, a brighter blue. And then as I decrease it, I'm gonna get the opposite, which is much darker blue. But as you can see, when we're changing it from brightening to darkening, not only do we affect the brightness and the darkness, we also affect the saturation of the color itself. But then someone will ask me, does brightening it make it more or less saturated, or does darkening it making it less or more saturated? The answer is I can't tell, because colors usually are highly saturated and are at their maximum saturation when they are at the 50% gray. That's why when we added red, we made sure we're adding it on top of 50% gray. For example, if you have a bright color and then you slowly darken it a little bit, automatically you're gonna get more saturation. And if you don't have the saturation slider all the way up, it's gonna give you a room to increase the saturation. Because if you try to increase the saturation on a very bright subject, you're not gonna get any color. Same happens with dark subject. If you have something which is very dark, no matter how you try to increase the saturation, it's not gonna gain any color. You have to brighten it up closer to 50%, and then you can increase the saturation. So at the scale of luminosity from black to white, the point where you have the highest saturation is the 50% gray. So if you have something bright and then you darken it a little bit, you have more saturation. Same goes if you have something dark and you brighten it, you have more saturation. And the opposite, if you have something in the middle, like the middle red we had, and we brighten, you're gonna lose saturation. If we're back at the red and then we darken, we're also gonna lose saturation. So combining all the hues or all the colors together is gonna give you white. But then if you take away from the white all the colors at the same time, you're gonna get black. But then someone will ask me, what about gray? So basically 50% gray is gonna be the existence of 50% of all the colors together, or the absence of 50% of all colors together. So now as we understood what color is and how we break it down, now it's time to understand how to put it into action. I'm gonna do later a video which goes very detailed in depth how to use colors in different way to give different emotions, but in this video I'm just gonna explain the contrasting theory of colors. So to make my face pop out and be the dominant subject in the frame, I added blue behind of me, because blue in the color wheel is contrasting to our skin tone. However, if I was to change this blue behind of me from blue to something more like a yellow color, then my face would kinda blend into the environment and it's not gonna be the dominant subject, because the hue of my face is very close to the hue of the background. And in this case, I'm not trying to blend my face and the background, I'm trying to put them on different sides so that my face is more popped out. This color is so bad, so back to blue again, much better. But as you see, I said this is a contrast in hue. Like we said, we have hue, saturation, luminosity. So in this case, we use two different hues. But what about using two different saturations? Is that even possible? Let's see how it's gonna look here. I'm gonna leave the color of me and then I'm gonna desaturate the background. Can you see? I'm the only thing with color in the frame, but it doesn't look really good. Sometimes in some examples, it looks much better in still photos, but in videos I don't think it really works that good, because this is unnatural to our eyes. There is no eyes in this world that can see something with high saturation and low saturation, but naturally you could see something with orange and something with blue together. So the contrast in saturation doesn't really work in our favor because our eyes are not comfortable with it. And finally, the last type of contrast we can apply is the luminosity contrast, meaning that I can take the hues in my face, which is red, orange and yellow, and then I can use the luminosity scale and brighten them up a little bit, and then I can take the opposite hues which are at the back, which is blue and cyan, and then I can take them and darken them just a little bit. So now not only I'm using two opposite hues, but also I'm using two opposite luminosity values, bright in my face and dark in the background. But be careful when doing this, because if I brighten my face too much and then darken the background too much, basically what I'm gonna do, like we said in the luminosity rule, when you brighten or when you darken, you're gonna lose saturation. So if I do it too strong, I'm gonna get zero saturation in the end. So I lost the contrast in hue that I created. So it's much better if you slightly pump the oranges and reds and yellows up and slightly darken the blues down, so you maintain both the contrast in the hues and the contrast in the luminosity. Well, I guess I'm done. I hope my explanation was easy. I tried my best to do all the graphics and everything to explain the color theory, because I get a lot of questions on my Instagram, people asking about color, and usually color is really hard to understand. So I hope after this video you kinda know the basics of what color is and you're ready for the next video, which I'm gonna go deeply in details on how we can use color to achieve different moods, when to use the contrasting and when to ignore it. You know, I guess in another world I would have been like a school teacher. I really love and enjoy teaching. So maybe you can comment down below if you believe I'm a good teacher and you understood the topic of color clearly and easily. And until next time, see you guys.